Good evening, Fractured Compass fans. I'm Bree.
I'm Mike.
And today we're going to talk about our most anticipated mazes for Knott's Scary Farm 2019.
Yes, so we have a list of 9 mazes that we are excited for. We kind of ranked them from what we're least excited to what we're most excited, so we're going to start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Alright, so for me, starting number 9 is Dark Entities.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. No, I mean, you explain. Yeah.
The reason it's number 9 on my list, it wasn't my favorite maze last year. I just don't think it was... I think it had a lot of potential. I just don't think it was executed quite correctly. Now, what I am looking forward to inside Dark Entities is there is some interactive pieces inside the maze that you can actually put your hand on the, like, hand pads that they have, and it makes something happen inside the maze. And I didn't know that, and that was not very clear when I went through it last time. Yeah. So I'm gonna actually touch everything in that maze. No, minus the scare actors. If it looks like it's like a hand pad thing, like, I'm gonna touch it.
Bree gets thrown out of Knott's Scary Farm.
No. Like, let me clarify. If it looks like...
No, you don't have to... They know.
I know. But yeah, if there's a hand pad, I'm gonna touch it because I want to see what happens in the maze. So
my number 9 is Pumpkin Eater, and honestly, I don't even feel bad about it. I don't even feel bad about this one. I don't like Pumpkin Eater. There, I said it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just been there long. It's just a very dark maze. The story to me is just a little bland, and I'm ready for that to be gone.
Okay.
Number 8. Oh, that was the grossest. That was a burp and a laugh at the same time. Yeah, we're good.
So, number 8 for me is Shadowlands.
Mine too.
Yay!
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right.
Why?
Because I do love Shadowlands.
I do too.
I do. But they haven't really been adding anything new to it, and I mean, it is its last year, and I think rightfully so. I think it's time for Shadowlands to just move on to the legacy of no longer existing.
It's been there a long time.
Yeah.
So,
but I do love that maze.
Yes, it was a good maze. It was a great maze when it came out. It's still a good maze today, but
yeah,
it's time to see something else in that spot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, what's your number 7?
Number 7. We didn't share these with each other.
No,
so
I'm kind of peeking over, but I can't really read it because the screen's too dim.
Number 7 for me is Pumpkin Eater.
Right? But that's because you've never been through it.
I have never officially been through Pumpkin Eater. I have not. So this will be my first year going through. With that said, I do listen to people talk about it, and they're kind of like, meh. And I listen to you talk about it, and you're kind of like, meh. Like, it's okay. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. Yeah. I don't think that it's going to be my favorite maze of this year, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
My number 7 is Dark Entities, and I was debating whether this should be number 8 or number 7, and I think I chose number 7 only because there is potential to grow with this maze, and I would like to see... I don't know what it was about that maze, but... For me, Dark Entities, I thought, could have been really disturbing and gross, and just... It ended up just coming out really corny.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's why I was disappointed by it, but that doesn't mean that I know it sounds like I just said I didn't overall enjoy it, but I did. I would just like to see maybe up the scares and up the horror aspect of it. We don't need it to be as corny. All right, we're on number 6 already.
We're on number 6. There's only 9 mazes.
All right, so what's your number 6?
My number 6 is the Depths.
Hey, same here. You copied. You looked at my homework.
For me, why is the Depths number 6? The Depths was a really good maze. I really enjoyed it last year. But it's not one of the ones that I'm looking forward to going back to. I mean, I am, like, I'm going to go through it, and I'm really excited just about one element that they have inside there, and that's the new room, where you're going to be going into an elevator shaft and going down
Yeah.
into the depths. That was the whole purpose of it.
Yeah.
This year they completed it. I'm really excited in going into that new effect. Will that mess with the lines? I don't know how it's going to be, because it's going to be a pre-show just like they did in Shadowlands.
Yeah.
So that line pulse is going to be a little different.
Yeah. But I mean, and the reason why it's my number 6 again, I actually really enjoyed the depths. I really think I liked the like with the green, like creature from the Black Lagoon, like green laser with the fog, and they would come up from under the laser so you couldn't see them. There were some really creative ideas in the depths, and it just kind of felt to me like we had all these amazing ingredients sprinkled in, you know, and then we cooked it wrong. I think that's the best way to describe it. And it's not that it's bad. Like when I say cooked it wrong, it was just like all these amazing elements to it. It didn't fully reach the potential that I thought it was going to. But I will say that for me, the depths, it felt like it had a lot of heart to it and a lot of soul.
Yes.
And for me, that's what... I know that sounds really corny, and I'm sure you guys are probably like pissed and you're going to write comments about that, but it just... The depths felt like it had more of a soul than Dark Entities.
And for me, I totally agree with that. There were a lot of amazing elements inside of the depths. It's just you knowing the backstory of the depths, right? You go in there, the miners were digging way too deep, they found the caverns and the creatures started turning them and killing them, stuff like that. When you were walking through the depths, did that story play out to you?
No, it seemed a little muddled to me. It wasn't super clear. It wasn't like Paranormal Inc., where I knew it. I was like, okay, you know, it wasn't like even Shadowlands or Darkride. Like those had really clear, like, okay, I know what's happening. The depths seemed just a little confusing to me if I didn't know going in. Like, okay, we're in a cave area, and there's a pirate ship. Okay, and I think the depths was just like two ideas that was mashed into one. Like, right, like the concept for the depths was just like, okay, we're gonna take this idea and smush them together, and it just feels that way. It doesn't feel like it flowed very well, but I still liked it.
Fair.
So.
All right.
Your number 5?
My number 5, Darkride.
Ooh, girl, you surprised me. Why is it Darkride?
It's been around for about 3 years now. It's still an amazing maze. I love every second of Darkride. The story is clear.
Yep.
You're going through it. The characters are good. The rooms match the characters, like what's going on. It's awesome what's going inside that maze. But it's been there for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm going in it just for the pleasure of going in it, but it's not something I'm like, oh my god, we have to go. You know?
Yeah.
Even though we will, because it's a good maze.
Yeah.
But it's my number 5 because there's other things that excite me.
And it's also going to be fun because we're going to get the control room and the gift shop.
Yes.
So it's something new to look forward to.
True.
My number 5 is Paranormal Inc. And again, Paranormal Inc. was like on the top of my list for its entire run, and I think the reason why it's number 5 now is because it's just an older maze. And yes, they did change the ending last year. They updated it. But, you know, I think again, like, after a while, you just start wanting more and you want something different, and I think that's just the case with Paranormal Inc. It is a fantastic maze. It's always going to be up there with one of the greats. But I think we're looking at a change here, hopefully soon. Yeah, maybe next year Paranormal Inc. will get axed. Yeah.
So my number 4, Paranormal.
And my number 4 is Darkride. So we just kind of flipped them. Oh, all right, we're close.
So good. My number 4 is Paranormal because I did not go through it last year. I don't know the switch of the ending, so I'm looking forward to that. It's still a great maze.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to going in it every single year.
And my number 4 is Darkride because I'm excited to see the new 2 rooms that they've added.
Perfect.
Number 3?
My number 3 is Infected.
All right! Yeah. We are copying each other's homework. And I know for a fact that the reason why you put Infected is the reason why I put Infected, so you go ahead and do the talking because you came from Infected.
I'm excited for Infected only because it's the last year. And I know, being its last year, that the antics and the cast are going to be insane. It's going to be off the wall. And I expect things to get broken. Not that we're going to try to break things, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Samesies. I think it's going to be a good way to, like, it's one last hurrah. And
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
It's been there for
A while.
5-6 years, so this is it.
This is it.
And if you're gonna go hard in any maze, you go hard in Infected, especially it's the zombie apocalypse. How can you not?
Yeah, exactly. I think this is make or break. Number 2. Obviously, we only have 2 original mazes left. Clearly, those guys were going to be at the top because we haven't been through it, so we're probably the most excited to see what they have to offer. All right, let's do it at the same time. Number 2 is Waxworks. Yeah! All right. Yeah. Waxworks.
Are you guys ready for Devil's Den 3D?
Troll alert. I guess think for us, Waxworks is going to be very interesting. I think it has great potential to be incredible. The theme is great. It really reminds me of House of Wax in a way. Mm-hmm. But the reason why it's not number 1 is because number 1 just has too good of a original idea. And I guess together we can say that number 1 is Origins. And Origins, to me, I'm so excited because, first of all, the story behind it is fantastic. I would love to see the evolution of the curse bestowing upon the folks of Ghost Town.
Yes.
And I love the fact that they're using the scare zone, the maze, and the show to incorporate one big story. I'm really, really excited to see Origins.
I actually got goosebumps right now. I'm like chills. Like, man, Sarah Marshall flies again. You know.
I want to see some flying witches up in there. I mean, that's just. She flew during the announcement and not Scary Farm, so I'm thinking she's gonna fly in the maze. But honestly, if I'm just telling you the truth, I'm excited that Red Barn's gone. Sorry, it's true. I think Red Barn was, a cop-out in a way. It just seemed like, okay, you know what, we have a Red Barn, let's just put hay in it. And this doesn't feel like a cop-out to me. This feels like a well-thought-out idea, and there's a lot of passion. There's a lot of passion behind it because it is their stomping grounds. It is what makes not Scary Farm. It's Ghost Town.
It's Ghost Town.
So I don't think that they're gonna just put this idea on the back pedal. I think they're gonna go full throttle and make it great. Is that it?
I absolutely agree. That's it. That's all 9 mazes at Scary Farm. So thank you for joining us. We really want to know what your most anticipated mazes for Scary Farm are. So leave those in the comments down below.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to us, like this video, and always be ready.
Because you never know where your compass will take you.
Bye. Adios.
See you on the 19th.
Ooh.